What if a movement designed to empower women is unintentionally pushing people away? Woke feminism, once a beacon for progress, now faces growing criticism for alienating audiences and sparking division. Is its mission lost in translation, or is something deeper at play? Let's uncover the complexities and controversies shaping this debate. Feminism has always been a fight for equality. From women demanding the right to vote to breaking down workplace barriers, the journey has been long and impactful. However, as society progressed, so did the movement. Today's woke feminism goes beyond equality. It's about intersectionality, privilege, and dismantling patriarchy in every form. This shift has introduced both exciting possibilities and contentious debates. But how does woke feminism differ from the feminism of the past? Feminism has evolved through distinct historical waves, each addressing pressing societal issues of its time. The first wave, emerging in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, settled on securing fundamental rights like women's suffrage and legal equality. This foundational movement laid the groundwork for change. The second wave, spanning the mid-20th century, expanded its focus to workplace rights, reproductive freedom, and dismantling systemic inequalities in both private and public spheres. It sought to challenge traditional gender roles, empowering women to step beyond domestic confines. The third wave, gaining momentum in the 1990s, embraced individuality and diversity, recognizing that women's experiences are not monolithic. It celebrated intersectionality and self-expression, addressing the unique challenges faced by women of different races, sexual orientations, and cultural backgrounds. Enter woke feminism, often associated with the fourth wave, which prioritizes inclusivity and social justice. This iteration seeks to dismantle overlapping systems of oppression, a concept articulated through Kimberlé Crenshaw's theory of intersectionality. Terms like toxic masculinity and privilege aim to challenge ingrained societal norms. However, woke feminism's methods often rely on polarizing strategies, such as cancel culture and performative activism. While its intentions may be noble, critics argue its execution can alienate, framing discussions as accusatory rather than constructive. This shift has sparked both engagement and resistance. The evolution of woke feminism is deeply tied to cultural and technological shifts. The Me Too movement amplified voices against harassment, and social media turned advocacy into viral moments. Figures like Gloria Steinem and Audre Lorde paved the way for such progress. Yet, some argue that modern feminism has veered away from their vision. Rather than fostering dialogue, woke feminism often amplifies division, portraying men as oppressors and reducing nuanced conversations to a binary narrative of good versus bad. This tendency to overgeneralize has led to significant criticisms. A recurring critique of woke feminism is its tendency to prioritize identity politics over genuine storytelling, especially in media. This shift often results in characters who are crafted as ideological symbols rather than nuanced individuals, leaving audiences feeling disconnected. This approach diminishes relatability, as characters become vessels for messaging rather than agents of engaging narratives. The BBC's Doctor Who offers a stark example of this phenomenon. When the iconic show announced its first female doctor, the news was met with a mix of excitement and cautious optimism. Fans were eager to see how this new chapter would honor the show's rich history while exploring fresh perspectives. Unfortunately, the execution left much to be desired. Instead of building a layered and compelling character, the writing leaned heavily on moral superiority, framing the transition as a dismissal of what came before. Lines like, "I've had an upgrade," came across as condescending rather than celebratory, undercutting the legacy of previous doctors. Rather than inspiring viewers, moments like these alienated longtime fans, who felt their loyalty and the show's history were disregarded. This exemplifies a broader issue with woke feminism in media, focusing on making statements at the expense of depth and connection. This issue extends to Hollywood blockbusters. The 2019 Charlie's Angels reboot, directed by Elizabeth Banks, failed to connect with audiences, prompting Banks to blame men for not supporting the film. Similarly, in Batwoman, the protagonist claims a suit is only perfect once it's altered to fit her. Woke feminism, however, often trades authenticity for overt messaging, prioritizing ideological statements over nuanced storytelling. This shift risks alienating audiences by suggesting that women's empowerment necessitates portraying them as inherently superior or flawless. By dismissing past achievements, this approach not only erases progress, but also diminishes the impact of feminist icons who inspired generations through their depth and humanity. This approach extends to its social commentary. Instead of emphasizing growth and resilience, woke feminism often promotes a narrative of entitlement. It suggests that respect and success are automatic, discouraging the self-reflection and effort to empower true change. By focusing on moral posturing rather than genuine character development, it alienates both men and women who might otherwise support its goals. This polarization isn't limited to media. The broader influence of woke feminism on public discourse has been similarly contentious. While it has raised awareness of issues like gender-based violence and representation, its methods sometimes undermine its message. Performative activism, such as corporations championing feminism in marketing campaigns without enacting meaningful change, dilutes the movement's impact. High-profile controversies like debates around representation in Marvel films, or the backlash against traditional portrayals in Disney adaptations, illustrate how woke feminism often sparks more backlash than progress. Still, woke feminism isn't without its merits. By championing intersectionality, it sheds light on the unique challenges faced by marginalized groups. It has also pushed for increased representation in industries that have long ignored women and minorities. But these positives are often overshadowed by its shortcomings. However, with thoughtful reform, woke feminism has the potential to drive meaningful change. The key is to embrace complexity, acknowledge criticism, and craft narratives that inspire genuine connection. Feminism's goal has always been equality, and with the right approach, it can continue to achieve it. What do you think? Is woke feminism a necessary evolution or a misstep in the fight for equality? Share thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this analysis thought-provoking, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into cultural and social issues.